Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's kind of been chilly in the last few weeks over here because of the rains, and I thought this is like the perfect time to recommend some amazing, cozy, chilly, wintry vibe books. So, if you want to get cozy this winter season, let's give you some good recommendations. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Upon a Frosted Star. Now, this is a perfect wintry read because it's always very snowy, the whole ambience, the whole landscape. It all starts during the snowy season. So, I'm just going to read a small excerpt. When the snow falls, she will be free. The invitations always arrive the same way without warning, appearing around the city on the first snowfall of the year, simply inscribed with tonight. When struggling artist Foster finds an invitation, he is bewitched by the magic of the evening, swept up in the glamour of this notorious annual party, and intrigued as to who is behind them. Determined to find out more about the mysterious host, Foster discovers an abandoned manor house, silent with secrets, and a cursed woman who is desperate to be free. So it's kind of creepy, kind of thrilling. At the same time, the ambience is totally cozy and wintry, so it's a perfect winter read. The next book that I wanted to recommend, and I super enjoyed this book, is The Stars Did Wander Darkling. Now, I picked this up when Stranger Things happened, and I was really intrigued because I wanted to read a book which is also similar in vibes, like a small town, a bunch of kids, they find something creepy happening and they're gonna investigate it. But this one turned out to be even more fun. This is an atmospheric young adult horror set in a cursed 1980s Oregon seaside town. And because it's a seaside town, there's always like a wintry vibe to it, and so it's a perfect winter read as well. It's supposed to be a sleepy seaside town, but something creepy is happening, and so the more and more days go by, more and more adults start acting strangely, and it's up to the kids to find out what's really going on. So, this book is really fun. If you really enjoyed Stranger Things, I highly recommend this book. The next book that I'm going to ask you to read is A Holly Jolly Ever After. Now, I know this borders on Christmas books, but I kind of still enjoyed this because the landscape, the atmosphere, everything is so perfect and wintry and snowy, and it's also dawn on Christmas, so it's just like the perfect setting. So it's a really nice meet cute that takes place in a really small town, and it's got like the perfect Xmas vibes. It's got the perfect setup for a wonderful romance, and so this is, if you're looking for something that's very chill and you just want to read something breezy, then I highly recommend this book. Next book, I know that I just said that I'm not going to recommend a lot of Christmas books, but this one was also in my list, and this is Wreck the Halls because it's a Tessa Bailey book, and I like Tessa Bailey books, and I have to put one of hers in the wintry recommendation list, and then I can add some other books of hers in the Christmas recommendation list. But this one is a perfect romance that is, it's just like this wonderful rom-com. So just like the previous book, it's very breezy, it's got scandals, and it's got like a nice meet cute in this as well. So if you enjoy a good romance, then this is another book that you can consider picking up. Next book that I highly recommend, if there's one book that you're picking up from this list, let it be this one. This is Midnight in Everwood, and this is supposed to be a retelling of the Nutcracker. So when the clock strikes 12, magical wonders await. And so this is like a brilliant retelling of the Nutcracker, and I don't really recommend as much retellings as I should because I don't enjoy many retellings. There are a few that I really like. I'm thinking maybe I'll do like a retellings video where I could tell you some retelling recommendations, but this one is definitely in the list because it is just perfectly atmospheric. It's got the Nutcracker vibes, and it is so good. And Upon a Frosted Star is also by the same author, so I think there's a pattern here. So definitely check out this book. Next book that I'm going to recommend is Let It Go, which is a Disney book, and this is the Frozen Twisted Tales. So if you don't know what Twisted Tales is, basically Disney has the set of books wherein they pick up the fairy tales and it's written from a different point of view. So what if this hadn't happened, or what if this had happened, and the whole story changes. So this is, of course, it is copyrighted to Disney, so it's not like a retelling per se, but it's more so from like a different perspective and a different what could have happened kind of events that take place in the same story. So Let It Go is also a twisted tale. It's based on a Frozen, so definitely winterish. It's got princesses, fairy tales. And in Let It Go, basically what happens is Elsa finds herself the sole ruler of Arendelle, and mysterious powers begin to reveal themselves. Elsa starts to remember fragments of her childhood that seem to have been erased. That includes a familiar looking girl. Determined to fill the void she has always felt, Elsa must take a harrowing journey across her icy kingdom to undo a terrible curse and find the missing princess of Arendelle. So it's got like a little twist to it, and I always like these Disney books. If you get the hardcover of this, then you get some illustrations inside as well. But I couldn't get the hardcover, so the paperback is just as good anyway. So definitely check this one out. I know that I said no Christmas books, but it's so hard to get through a winter recommendation without recommending Christmas books. And this is A Boy Called Christmas. This is by Matt Haig. So if you have read The Midnight Library or any other books by Matt Haig, then you would know how this book is. Plus, this is a Netflix movie as well. So if you prefer just watching the movie, you could still do that. But basically, it's about how Father Christmas came to be. And so it follows this boy's journey to becoming Santa Claus. So definitely check this book out. It's very, very intriguing, very emotional, very beautiful, and it's a full holistic story that, it gives you so much vibes, heart-wrenching vibes. So it's a great wintry read as well. So definitely recommend this. And then, of course, there can be no winter recommendations without a classic. And the classic that I'm picking to recommend for you is The Chronicles of Narnia. Now, this is obviously an amazing book to read during winter because the whole of Narnia is always covered in snow, and you have like so many snow elements, and it's just like a perfect winter read. The edition, so if you just look at that, it's got snow reindeers. The edition that I have has these beautiful, colorful illustrations. So I enjoy it more during the winters. If you look at those small illustrations as well, you can see those beautiful wintry vibes. I love reading my vibes or wintry books with illustrations in them. So all the illustrations you see are very wintry. But if you don't get an illustrated version of the books, that's fine. The book in itself is very atmospheric and it will take you on a whole different journey. If you have not read Chronicles of Narnia, I highly recommend it. And if you haven't got the book yet, try getting an illustrated version of it because it's just so much worth it, especially if you're trying to do vibe reading, then get yourself an illustrated version. But otherwise, great classics read. If you haven't read classics, this is not a difficult classic to get through. It's pretty readable. It's for beginners, so you can definitely check this one out. So I've got like a whole different set of books that I want to recommend which are Christmassy related, not necessarily serious Christmas, but fun Christmas and middle grade Christmas and all of that jazz. And I'll try seeing if I can get that video out soon as well. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.